we're going to start the meeting. This is the, what is the date? February the 1st, 2022. All right, I think if everybody would know, we're going to probably play that State of the City on City TV for a while, so it'll be on there if you know anybody that might want to watch it. All right, we're going to have the invocation. I'll say that. Then we have the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Brinson, and then we're going to have the roll call. Everybody please stand. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight to ask you to watch over us as we go about the city's business for our citizens, and that we look forward to the future of our city. We ask you to please watch out over our first responders as they go about their daily duties throughout the city and throughout the country as we look at what happens now these days. We appreciate you watching over us as we go about these daily duties. We ask in your holy name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Commissioner Brinson?
Here.
Commissioner Wilson? Here. Mayor Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Firstner?
Here.
Commissioner Oliver?
Here.
All right, we have the proclamations tonight we have for Black History Month. I'm going to have Commissioner Brinson read that.
It's a proclamation from the city of Ocoee. Whereas Black History Month is celebrated annually in February across the United States, it serves as a celebration of African American achievements and the crucial role they had in U.S. history, as well as time to recognize the severe adversities generations of Black Americans had to overcome to achieve legitimate citizenship in our society. And whereas in 1926, Dr. Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of African American Life and History sponsored a National Negro History Week, choosing the second week of February to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. By the late 1960s, a week-long celebration evolved into Black History Month, calling our attention to the continued need to battle racism and build a society that lives up to its democratic ideals. And whereas the city of Ocoee continues to work hard toward becoming an inclusive community in which all residents are respected and recognized for their contributions and potential contributions to our community. And whereas the city of Ocoee established the Human Relations Diversity Board to promote understanding, respect, goodwill, and equality among all citizens and businesses of the city of Ocoee. Since its inception 17 years ago, the HRDB has worked with the city hosting annual events promoting Black History Month. And whereas due to COVID-19, the city of Ocoee recognized MLK Day with a video presentation of our previous MLK Day parades and celebrations honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And whereas the city's 18th annual Black History Month essay contest encourages our local fifth graders to write their perspectives on this year's theme, connecting through diversity in an isolated environment to support positive mental health. And whereas residents can tune in to the historical civil rights segments on Ocoee TV channel 493 to watch programs that highlight significant people and events from African American history. Citizens may also visit the Black History Month Wall of Fame in City Hall to view biographical portraits of notable African Americans. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Commission of the City of Ocoee, does hereby declare the month of February 2022 as Black History Month. The city shall celebrate the vibrant culture and achievements of African Americans have contributed to our country this month and throughout the year. We urge our residents to celebrate that heritage and continue to fight for equality and opportunity for all. In witness thereof, the mayor, he has to set his hand and cause the seal of Ocoee, Florida to be affixed on this first day of February 2022. Signed, Rusty Johnson, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mayor, staff comments.
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
Okay, under the public comments, the ones I've got is for later. I'm going to read out a letter I got from Jerry Dimmons pertaining to the Ingram Road. This is from Orange County Mayor Jerry Dimmons. Subject, Ingram Road, Clear Corner, Ocoee Road, intersection signalization. Dear Mayor Johnson, thank you for your inquiry concerning the signal installation at the Ingram Road and Clear Corner Ocoee Road intersection. Now that the interlocal agreement has been fully executed, we are proceeding with the construction process. Our Public Works Department staff held a coordination meeting on January the 12th, 2022, with the contractor to initiate the project. Unfortunately, as you may be aware, there is a long lead time for fabricating and obtaining the mast arm components. Therefore, our contractor estimates a 6 months time frame for completion of the project, which includes ordering, delivery, and installation of the mast arm components. Our team will do everything in our control to expedite project completion. The contractor has submitted their proposal, and our Public Works Director, Joe Kunkel, will provide additional project schedule information once the mast arm delivery date has been verified. In addition, he will ensure his team provides periodic updates to your city staff. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Joe Kunkel at 407-836-7970. Sincerely, Jerry Demmons, Orange County Mayor. Which is good news, at least it's getting done and it's on the way. All right. Consent agenda.
I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Motion made by Commissioner Brinson. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Wilson.
I'd like to pull item number 4.
All righty. Item number 4 we'll hold off. Let's vote on item 1, 2, and 3. All right? Anybody all in favor of that?
We
Huh?
have
And
5.
5, sorry, forgot 5.
You have to do that again.
All right. All right. Commissioner, huh? Commissioner Branson, he voted. There we go.
Stay with the vote again.
All right.
Well,
Commissioner
we should
Oliver?
vote again.
On item number 4, which is actually something that we have been participating along with some of the events that we've actually we've had throughout the year for the music events. This is really a great thing because I was actually reading item number 4, so I guess I got more of a rave on it as opposed to any serious questions. But I like the way that we've actually set up the mixture of entertainment. So again, there is information out there about this particular event. I know we're approving this tonight, but just want to make sure that folks know that we're actually been working, where our Director of Parks and Rec, Mark Johnson, has been working toward this for a while, and it's a great event. And I just had just a couple of questions about the budgeting for this. I know we actually have budgeted for this during our budget cycle. During our budget workshop, we did budget for this in addition to the other events that we're having. Have we, in addition to this particular item here, which is right at about $180,000, what was the overall budget for like entertainment or for all the events? Did we separate them, or was it just a part of your overall budget? I just wanted to understand how we did that.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, City Manager. Are you talking about the music festival in April, that budget for
Yeah,
music?
this actually is probably budgeted with all the other events as well, right? Was it all budgeted together?
We actually budgeted the music in the park out of our actually general recreation budget. This budget for the music festival would come from the actual music festival budget, which has a line item in the recreation side of I think 115, and then 3.5 on the other in parks, or vice versa. And then we go out and fundraise and take everything we make back from marketplace, food vendors, everything we do, and that's how we budget with finance, the final budget.
Gotcha. So we're able to actually put money out for the event, but then also be able to recoup money back on it from sponsors, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect.
That includes sponsors,
And I
too.
think that was important that we actually identify that. I think that's a great job. So you've answered all my questions, so
All
great
right.
job. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.
I'll make a couple comments about that. We've always collected money back. We raised, one year, we spent 600-something thousand. We raised 702,000. This year, we've already raised right at 60,000 since the last month. So let's everybody understand, we've always raised the money for our projects. I don't know about the other projects. I guess I'm going to have to start asking about the other projects we do, see if they're out raising any money to help pay for when they use their money. But this is a project that we've worked on for a lot of years, and we raised a lot of money to companies and the people to get involved. So it is a full-fledged raising money. This is not putting on something and spending 20 to 25,000 and not putting any money in. We put it in, the citizens and the businesses. All right.
Great job.
Let's vote on 4.
We had
Mayor,
a
I
vote.
suggest, let's redo the vote, let's do the entire consent.
You want to do it all again?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I need a motion for the whole, why are we doing that?
There's some confusion as to whether it included item 5 last.
We said 5, but I don't mind doing it. All right,
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
the whole consent agenda, all of it, right?
And I'll second that.
Yeah, motion made by Commissioner Benson for the full consent agenda, seconded by Commissioner Wilson. Let's vote. All right. This is not a big one tonight, folks. First reading of ordinance is none. Second reading of ordinance, public hearing. Second reading of ordinance for Guerrero property at 1411 North Lakewood Avenue, annexation and rezoning. We already did those. You good? All right. You're on.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. City Manager. So this is the project is at 1411 North Lakewood Avenue. It's called the Guerrero Project, or the Guerrero property. The request before the commission is an annexation of the property from Orange County to City of Ocoee with a corresponding rezoning from the county's R2 to the city's R1. The property is located on North Lakewood Avenue, about 110 feet north of Worst Road. And I see a typo, I'm sorry. And 164 feet south of 13th Avenue. It's about 0.17 acres. The property is eligible for annexation because it is adjacent to the city limits. It's serviceable by city utilities, and it's inside of JPA, and it will not create any new enclaves within the city. This is the aerial. The larger aerial shows the property in 2019 when the annexation application started, and then the photo or image to the south, the lower right-hand corner is the 2021 aerial. So it's gone through permitting in the county in the late 2019 time period and was constructed in 2020 under Orange County's jurisdiction. This map shows the surrounding property, the surrounding future land use for the property. It's all low-density residential. This is showing the surrounding zoning districts. As you can see, it's adjacent to city limits. On the north side, there's an R1, and on the west side. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval of this annexation and rezoning, and staff is also recommending approval for the annexation from Orange County to City of Ocoee and rezoning from R2 to City R1 for the property located at 1411 North Lakewood. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
We have 2 ordinances for consideration. The first is the Annexation Ordinance. This is an ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, annexing into the corporate limits of the City of Ocoee, Florida, certain real property containing approximately 0.17 acres located on the east side of North Lakewood Avenue and approximately 110 feet north of Worst Road and 164 feet south of 13th Avenue, pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner. Finding said annexation to be consistent with the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, the Ocoee City Code, and the Joint Planning Area Agreement, providing for and authorizing the updating of official city maps, providing direction to the city clerk, providing for severability, repealing inconsistent ordinances, and providing for an effective date. And the second ordinance is the rezoning ordinance, and this is an ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, changing the zoning classification from Orange County R2 Residential District to City of Ocoee R1 Single-Family Dwelling on certain real property containing approximately 0.17 acres located on the east side of North Lakewood Avenue and approximately 110 feet north of Worst Road and 164 feet south of 13th Street, pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner. Finding said zoning to be consistent with the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city zoning map, repealing inconsistent ordinances, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
All right, so we're gonna open the public hearing. Anybody in the public hearing or anybody here with the owners of the property? If not, anybody in the public have any comments on item number 6? second reading of the ordinances. All right, I'm gonna close it and bring it back to the podium for any discussion by commissioners. Anybody have any discussion? All right, if not, I need a motion first on the annexation ordinance.
I'd like to make a motion that we annex property at, the Gennaro property at 1411 North Lakewood Avenue.
Your second.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brinson, seconded by Commissioner Wilson. Any more comments? If not, let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. All right, now I need a motion for the second reading of rezoning ordinance.
I make a motion that we rezone the property at, Gurrell property at 1411 North Lakewood Avenue.
Here's a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Wilson. Motion made by Commissioner Brinson, seconded by Commissioner Wilson for the second reading of rezoning. No more comments, let's vote. Motion carries. All right, public hearing, none. Regular agenda, none. Comments from citizen, I have one here from, Mr. Moyer. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, okay?
Thank you,
You
sir.
asked for that. All right, 5 minutes instead of 3.
Thank you, sir. There's 2 pages to it, right? There was a link that I tried. No, this first one, that's okay. Thank you. My name's Jim Moyer. I live at, in Arden Park North and here in Ocoee. I'm a member of the Ocoee, Florida American Legion Post. First, I want to thank the mayor for his quote during the State of the City by Mahatma Gandhi. That's one of my favorite sayings. Also want to mention today is the Lunar New Year, which is celebrated by approximately 25% of the people of the world. Here, if you look at a flyer here for the Ocoee Seniors and Veterans Blood Drive, it's the second Tuesday of every month for the rest of the year, starting with Tuesday, February 8th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I want to thank the city for their support for this event, in particular Chief Placencia for referring me to One Blood, and for Parks and Rec Director Mark Johnson for allowing this to take place outside the Eisen Center. And I want to thank One Blood for all their efforts in this. Hopefully this will be a great event. And please come out. And I want to thank in advance anyone who's going to save a life by coming out next Tuesday or second Tuesday of future months by donating blood. It does make a big difference. There's a link that's going to come up for if anyone is interested in doing appointments. I'll share the link later with the city clerk's office, but there is a link that One Blood has provided in case anyone wants to make a appointment for the event, for the blood drive event. The second thing here is presenting the American Legion Tommy C. Sanders Memorial Post 109 website. There's not time to go through all of it, but need to find it out, sorry. just share a couple of the items here. This is about the American Legion here, set up by an act of Congress. Why join? Membership requirements, application, how to contact us, many different ways, the post location and a map, the post history since 1964, the post officers, which isn't finished quite yet, the traditional committees that the American Legion has, an events calendar, such as next week, the blood drive and the monthly post meeting at 7 o'clock. Post gallery that includes events that have taken place here in the city of Ocoee, about the Seniors and Veterans Center, links to our community, including the mayor, the commissioners, etc. Baseball, which is something dear and near to the heart of this American Legion, as well as the city and many others here. Part of the reason I want to share this with the city and the commission is because I am mentioning, and I'm proud that we're in the city of Ocoee and that they're supporting this post. And if there's anything that's worded in here in any way, shape, or form that needs to be changed, please let me know or let someone at the post know. Thank you for your time, and God bless all of y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Moyer. Hope you get better.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, let's see. Anybody else in the public have any comments they want to have? All right, we're gonna move on to the comments from commissioners. I started this in last time. Commissioner Firster.
No, I don't have any comments.
Commissioner Oliver.
This year is the lunar year, as Mr. Moyer mentioned. It is the Chinese New Year today. It actually starts the year of the tiger for those that are celebrating the Lunar New Year. Happy New Year to you. For those that have been traveling down Clark Road the past few days, you'll see that there is a couple signs up there showing that Clark Road widening project is underway. And it's predicted to be done by the fall of 2022. So actually the project started last March. Things that you didn't see, the things that happened underground, those are the things that you just don't see happening. So you see a lot of flags on the ground. So I get a lot of questions about when is that going to happen. So as you start seeing those flags on the ground back in last March, that project started at that point. So therefore, we're in the middle of that project. Now the signs are coming up, so that means the construction will be starting pretty soon. So the way that the road is designed not to disrupt the flow of traffic as you're traveling north and south on Clark Road. So the construction will be happening just to the east of the road, so it should not bother the flow of any traffic, the current traffic. So keep that in mind as you travel up and down Clark Road. So it is definitely underway, and it's long overdue. Also, you heard the mayor read a letter that came from Jerry Dimmons that was actually sent to the mayor and the city commission. It was really, I think it was long overdue. I just wish that it would have came a little sooner. But nonetheless, the light at the corner of Ingram Road and Claricon Road is coming. As you can see, we have some documentation from the county that states that yes, it's coming. We're waiting on the mass arm. Those things take a while for them to come, but at least we have gotten some communications back from the county acknowledging that yes, there it is coming. So we will stay on top of that. But I also want to thank those citizens that approached the county, that sent letters to the county commission, sent letters to the mayor of the county, and also was concerned about this particular traffic light. So this is not just something that we did as a city. You as citizens got involved in this particular light. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys that did get involved, that did speak up and stand up for this particular traffic light at this particular dangerous intersection. So once again, thank you for that. We got the lights on Ingram Road. We talked about that. They're there now. They're fully operational. Ingram Road is lit up. We're waiting now on the sidewalks, and I just want to see about to get an update on that, see if we can possibly find out what are we doing as far as the sidewalks, or what are we waiting on, or materials, or maybe get an update on the sidewalk for Ingram Road.
Is Public Works Director here?
Yeah, I think I saw Steve back there in the back.
He's gone.
You know, any updates on that?
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now. I'll have them send out an update to you all tomorrow with the idea of, I'm not sure if they've started yet or not. I think we finally did get the final completion for the street lights. So they know they can continue and move forward with the sidewalk. I just don't know where it is right now.
Okay. All right, not a problem. So I will be following up with that on the sidewalk of Ingram Road. Again, we still have folks, even though it's lit up, there's still folks walking along the street along Ingram Road at night, and it is extremely dangerous. So we got to get that sidewalk up and running, and I will continue to get updates to you on Ingram Road and that particular project. Again, we're still dealing with the Omicron variant of COVID-19, and the numbers are projected to go down sometime in the middle of February, maybe the beginning of March. However, we're still urging you to protect yourself as well as get your booster shot. You can always go to Publix.com, no matter where you are in the country where there's a Publix.com, and actually click on vaccinations, should be at the top of the page, and from there you can actually schedule a booster shot at any Publix in the city of Ocoee. We have 4 Publix, and you can actually go to any one of those Publixes to get a booster shot or get your vaccination shot. Also, one thing I wanted to talk about was, this is probably something I need to get added on the agenda, to have a discussion. This is the first day of Black History Month, and we actually had a proclamation for that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Juneteenth and how we celebrate Juneteenth as a city, to see about what would it take for the city to add something like that to our calendar. And that's something that we probably would have to go through with maybe our Parks and Rec director to figure out how we actually can do that. So what I will do is I will get with Director Johnson to see if what we need to do to present that to the city, to have them host something for Juneteenth that actually talks a little bit about that, and for the uniting of the city and using Juneteenth as a pivot point as to educate as to what happened during that day and why is it a national holiday. So I think we can actually look at doing something like that. I think that when we look at the Ocoee Music Festival and the mix of music that they have for this year, it is a very, I think it's great the way they did that, way Director Johnson did that, is the fact that he has a mixture of different types of music, food, and I think that it's going to be a wonderful event, and I'm going to encourage people to really, really come out and take advantage of just the getting to know your neighbors and unite. And I think that we should have more festivals like that in the city. And I think that Juneteenth may be a great opportunity for the city to be able to take advantage of uniting us together and keeping us united. Considering the polarization that we have in this country, I think that we are ripe for to be an example, not only to our communities, but to the nation, to say this is how people come together. Through music, through food, through fellowship, fun, games, and just being close to your neighbors. Also, my last thing here. Okay, no, I'm doing good on time. I'm actually going to read something that I read in the book of Joshua. It came from chapter 1, verses 8, and it just talks a little bit about the laws of the Ten Commandments and the laws that the Israelites had to live by in the Old Testament. And it states, "This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe, do to according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success." That came from Joshua chapter 1, verses 8. So again, thank you so much. Again, protect yourself. And again, you can always reach me at through the city. I'm at golliver@ocoee.org. So once again, great job to the city. Great job to the mayor for his State of the City address. And may God bless you.
Commissioner Branson.
Okay. First, I would like to echo again, I think most people know how I feel about the city staff. Just want to echo my appreciation for everything that they do. I think it's important to identify and give homage to those who are keeping their hands on the steering wheel while the rest of us are sleeping. Everyone can't sleep while we're driving this car. This is something that's troubling to me, and it happened this past weekend, and it is without despair that I'm caused to address the events of this past weekend. This is indicative that bigotry and racism and hatred are reasons we still must hold to the premise of telling the story. The struggle in moving forward from these nonsensical behaviors and thought processes is real. We have to get past this. The participants of this illicit and troubling events of this past weekend should make it painfully clear to everybody who has either heard about it or seen it that we must never forget. The reason why there's a phrase called never forget is because of things that happened this past weekend. Hatred and bigotry, as best we can, we should eradicate it from our society. I condemn the actions of those persons who conceive, planned, and carry out these acts of this past weekend throughout the eastern seaboard and south this past weekend. It is something that is so troubling to me because I've been fighting for justice my whole life. And here we are again. I'm 57 or so years of age, and I'm still having the same conversations. We must stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. Fight for those who can't fight for themselves. That's all I have.
Which thing are you talking about? All of them, everything around the country, or which one you were talking
No, I'm talking about all the ones, these white supremacist groups that were throughout the country this weekend.
about? I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, it's.
I did see where police officers were shot.
No,
I see where two police officers, I thought you were talking about that.
No, this is.
Matter of fact, I seen where it was about 4 or 5 police officers shot, 3 of them killed. Commissioner Wilson.
Ready to finish?
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson.
Okay, thank you. The only thing I want to say is we are probably in week 3 of the legislative session in Tallahassee. I know some of us are probably going to Tallahassee next week to talk to our legislators. And I think it's very important, please follow some of the legislation that's going on. It affects you, it affects us. When they start doing unfunded mandates, guess who's paying for them? We are. So please watch those. You know, your legislators come to you looking for a vote. They ask you to vote for them. Well, I think it's time that you also held their feet to the fire, for lack of a better word, and called them. The phone numbers are all in the internet. We can provide you with phone numbers. But again, have them be accountable to you. And so voice your concern. It's the only way. There's folks up there that are fighting the opposite way, and we need you, our residents, to fight what you think is right for you. So please, have a voice. Thank you.
All right. Couple of announcements before I make my comments. The Parks and Recreation Department presents the Fall Music Series, Music in the Park. Join us on Friday, February the 18th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Bill Breeze Park. Enjoy musical performances by the Sweet Talkers and indulge in a variety of food trucks. Bring your own chair and blankets so you may social distance at the grand lawn while you enjoy music, food, and family fun activities. In celebration of Black History Month, the city's Human Relations Diversity Board is hosting its 18th annual Black History Month essay contest for 5th grade Ocoee students. The theme for this year is connecting through diversity in an isolated environment, to support positive mental health. And a virtual award ceremony will be broadcasted live on Wednesday, February 24th at 7 p.m. Another thing, Rob, don't forget the paving for Fluellen. That is, if somebody needs to take a ride up there. I'd talk to you about it, but Steve's got that thing.
Yeah, I think
bad.
we said that we could address that.
They've got a lot of
at,
stuff on that list, but Fluellen ain't one of them, and that's
Yeah.
your district. Commissioner Wilson, Fluellen?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Somebody, you need to take a ride up there and help remind me. I will say, a couple things before I get into the other part, the last part. I'm gonna make a comment. I don't like to do that kind of commenting, politically commenting at this board, but I will. That's the last part I'm gonna talk about. The first part I'm gonna talk about is the 27 years of music festival. Listen, if you got the emails and the things that I've got over the last year, you would see that it's always been a thing that's been accepted and united by the city. Now, everybody has different taste, but besides somebody coming up here 5 years ago or 3 years ago that don't know, we've had all kind of music in this place. We had the Commodores, the Temptations, we've had everything. We've had Pat Benatar. We've had the kind of with the twingle on the banjo. I don't even know what that's called, you know, but that guy said there's two kind of music, country and western, and that's more than that. But that is not something that's just happened, folks. This has been going on for years. We put on different music, and everybody puts on different things. When you have a different type of function, there's going to be different things going on there. And it don't matter what it is. Everybody has a different taste in music. The radio stations play all kind of music. I listen to that one station, they play everything. I turn it around, I flip it from station to station. Because I like oldies but goodies, I like the rock, I like everything. But we've been putting different music on for years. But I will also want to tell you, because it keeps coming up, this group that we've got is on the board, go out and we collect money. I know Commissioner Wilson gets her stuff where it's done it, but I can tell you that I can point out some more that haven't. They just take the money and go spend it. They don't raise any money. I've heard it for years. Well, I'm gonna help you raise money for your music thing. They don't nobody do it. So we do it. We already raised, and I was counting it up again, we've got over 60,000 right now, counting this good old man here, his company's jumping in. So we've got over 60,000. So it'll mount up before we're done. But I just want people to understand and put it understand, we've changed the dates, we've changed the name, we've changed the music this year too. But we've done that before. So it's not nothing new. It just seems to keep getting hammered, but that's okay, because people in the city know about it. The other thing is, and I'm gonna make a comment, I watch the news too, and I don't particularly care for watching people ransacking people's businesses. I don't like to talk political, but I'm gonna tell you, if you make comments about other stuff, let's get on board here and watch what goes on in the United States. When you got a city where they can go rob the trains, take all the guns, and rob the stores, go in and take a hammer and beat the damn jewelry box open, and steal all the stuff and just walk out the doors. But that's okay. They don't want a law. Nobody wants to put them in jail. Nobody wants to arrest them. I don't understand that. The lawlessness of this country has got to the point where it's dangerous to do anything. And just like the 2 police officers got killed up there last weekend, the lady on the street made a comment that said they must have done something wrong to get killed. Now, folks, there's something wrong with a person that makes those comments. You know, and we're all supposed to be the same thing here, working for the future, working for the same people, all people. And that's what it's supposed to be, not divided. Whether you want to say united, it ain't united, because it seems to be they keep saying it's the other way. But I'm just telling you, because it's just like that. How can people go into these homes, go into these stores, and just rob them? I don't understand that. So I don't like to do that comments. I watch it, it just irritates me to see a school teacher even making comments like what he said. So let's all pay attention. Let's all be Americans and love this country and do what we're supposed to do. It's not just one side. There's a problem when you don't become, unity means everybody's supposed to work together, not keep trying to cause a divide. So as long as somebody's trying to divide, it's going to be divided. Let's all work together.
The Nazis that were active on Saturday?
I don't know, ma'am. You can't talk from the floor. Shh. I don't know who it was. I never heard it. I don't know about, I don't believe in Nazis either. you know, but I'm talking about last Saturday when they killed the police officers. That wasn't Nazis. That was somebody just shooting police officers. So as we move on, the lights on Ingram Road has been a long time coming and the sidewalks coming. But we have a lot of streets that need some paving done on them, and I know they got a list, and everybody needs to check your place, because that list has got a lot of things that don't have fluellen. If you do, I know there might be more than one person with fluellen. That road needs paving. And I wanna, thank everybody again for the year's help that the city's done this year with our city. It is getting there. We've got some stuff happening downtown that's gonna keep moving. City Hall, I went over and looked at it a couple weeks ago. It's moving along. We should get in there, I hope, by May. So everything's working in that way. So once again, if you know of anybody that'd like to donate or be a partner in that music festival, the Ocoee Music Festival, come April the 8th and 9th, let me know. Anybody else have any comments? We're gonna close the meeting. Oh, whoop, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it. You commissioners are going on, somebody's going to Washington, right?
No,
And what date is that? 'Cause
That's the 13th, actually it's the
You got the
14th
date?
and 15th.
we have a meeting on the 15th. Do you wanna,
14th and 15th.
Of March.
March, anybody wanna make a motion to cancel that?
In March?
Yes, in March.
Well, how many are going?
There's two going, I
I
know.
plan on going.
You're going?
Now, I know, we've had Rosemary out for a meeting, we continued on it without her, so it's up to you commissioners.
Well, we have two
It's up
out.
to you
We
guys.
might as well cancel it.
All right, I'll need a consensus.
Do you need a motion?
Consensus work, or we need
Let's just do a motion.
motion?
I'll make a motion to cancel the March 15th meeting.
All right, motion by Commissioner First, or here, second?
Second.
Second,
I think Commissioner Oliver just did.
huh?
I think Commissioner
I
Oliver.
second it.
Second, Commissioner Oliver.
I thought I heard.
All right, let's vote. All right, we're going back to, now the meeting's adjourned.
All right, we'll stand by for the town hall meeting after this meeting as well. It'll be during 5 minutes after this meeting.
Okay.
Hey, oh, don't take the food away out back, Sherry.